Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I am going to be finishing, other than the home tour, but this will be my last video in my 2025 Easter decor series. I will show my powder room during the home tour, but I really am only going to stick a bunny on the sink in there. So I really can't do a whole video of the powder room, but I will show it in my home tour. In fact, I'm going to do a pretty detailed home tour for you guys. I'm going to go all the way around to each vignette and not just do sweeping, but do close-ups and that kind of thing. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Now that one takes me a little bit to put together and to edit and everything like that. So I will try to get that right up on schedule, but it may be a day or two later. So just give me grace on that, you guys. But let me just say up front here, before we move on to do our decorate with me, we're going to do the Hutch and we're going to do the dough bowl today. That's what we're going to be plugging Easter into today. And I can't wait to do it. I love doing this big black Hutch here, and the dough bowl was one of my very favorite things to decorate. So I can't wait to get started on doing all that decorating. But before I do get started, just a couple of little things I wanted to say. Thank you so very much for coming all the way through every single video that I've put up since the first of the year, you guys, with my Winter Wonderland series. And then we kind of morphed into my new soft green and cream and with a pop of blue decor. You know, that I have really, I cannot tell you. First of all, I really enjoyed doing the Winter Wonderland. I'd never done that before, and I really enjoyed doing that. And then with the new softer palette that I've created in here, I just absolutely love it. And then to plug in Easter into that palette, it has been a pleasure to decorate again. And I will admit, for the first year or so after Kristen passed away, really until this past January, my heart was not in my decorating, you guys. I really just could barely put one foot in front of the other, if I'm very honest. I tried very hard to put on a strong, happy face. You guys probably still can see the pain behind my eyes, and it will always be there. There's that pain of losing a child, I don't think ever goes away, you guys. But I have been able to kind of hone in and concentrate a little bit more on my decorating, and to make a plan to decorate like I have has done my soul good, you know, has done my whole psyche good. So thank you guys for being patient with me through this past year and a half almost since Kristen passed away. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I very much appreciate all of you, every single one of you. So I just wanted to, before I go away from the camera for a month, you know, I just wanted to say those things to you so you can see my gratitude. I will be back, you guys. I'm just taking a sabbatical because I have been doing nonstop decorating 3 days a week, pretty much from January, 2nd on all the way through. So I need a little breather. So let's start out this video with a fit check. This is a vest that I got on board a Princess ship, believe it or not, years and years ago. Barb and I were on the Ruby Princess in New Zealand, and they were having a big old sale, and I got this vest from there. It's an extra large, and it fits lovely. So I got this, and this is my little shirt from Amazon. I love the little sleeves. I don't know whether you can see, they're black, but I just love the little sleeves on this shirt. It's long sleeved. And I've got my black ankle pants on today, my staple black necklace, and same rings, my anniversary ring, same bracelets, same watch. And these earrings are ancient, but I always like to wear these with this necklace. And that's it. Fever Soul shoes, as always. And let me ask you one more time. You're going to have a little bit of time now to go back and look at my old videos if you'd like to. A lot of you have told me that you have gone back to take a peek at some of those old videos. You can see how my decorating has morphed through the years, and you know, gone from pretty primitive country through my blue and white cottage decor up until this day. It would be kind of fun. But so I will ask you, and humbly ask you, if you would consider subscribing to my channel and leave me a thumbs up, please, if you would. It's free to subscribe, share with your friends, families, and coworkers, and I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to get started. We're going to start on the hutch today, and then we're going to move back down here to at the table and to do the dough bowl. So let me get my camera situated, and we are going to get started. Yay! Okie dokie, you guys. We're going to start with the very, very, very top of this hutch. Chris did get up on a ladder. I'm a smidge sore, and he was like, I'm getting up there and just putting those two bunnies in place that you can see on either side. So he did that for me right before we turned on here. And that's all I'm going to do to the top. As you can see there, I have a white tray leaning up against the wall with a sage green charger in it, and then a little green lantern in the front. There you can see how I'm really mixing my greens. I'm going from sage to kind of a bit of a teal, and then the blue-green candles, and with a touch of cream, a touch of white. I absolutely love this, you guys. I love this palette. I think, as I said in one of my videos just recently, I think I found my palette niche. I think this is my favorite decor that I've ever created, and I'm not even kidding you. Just to let you know, this is a hooker hutch, and it stands 8 feet tall, and our ceilings are 9 feet tall in this area of the house. One of you asked me about how tall our ceilings were in the family room and in the foyer, and they are 18, well, they're 2 stories high, so 18 feet high. That's how high those ceilings are. But in this area, it kind of drops down to 9 feet here, and then I have a kind of a cathedral ceiling in the kitchen. So that's the top of the hutch. So that's all I'm going to do there. So let's move down to the top shelf of this hutch. This hutch is a curved hutch, and I will try to take a picture to show you how it is curved. Now, I have left some things in place on that shelf. This is how I decorated it for the soft green and creams and Papa Blue decor, except that I had 2 plates that had like a leafy design on them in front of these 2 milk glass plates. You can see I have 2 houses on either end, and I have 2 milk glass candlesticks with sage candles in them. And these, of course, were from my sweet friend Dee, and she gave me a whole set of these milk glass plates. So I'm going to leave them in place. So I'm going to plug in. I just removed the 2 plates. That's all I removed. And I'm just going to plug in a little bit of Easter. On either side, several years ago, on either end, several years ago, I found these peep peep little cups. They have a little lid on them. Aren't they cute? From Ray Dunn. Found them from probably Ross. At that time it's been, let me look in the bottom. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't say. But I think I got them from either a Ross or Marshall's or TJ Maxx, one of those, you know. So I'm really just going to put her over on the very edge and just let that house take a kind of a back seat. And then I'm going to put another one over there. And then I want to do something, a little something here in the middle. And I found this. This is, I haven't purchased anything new except for two little things that you'll see here in a minute. But this is old. Found it in my coffers. Have no idea where I got it, you guys. But it's going to go right in the middle here. And then I have these two little bunnies that I've had in my coffers forever and a day, years and years and years. So I'm going to put one here and one here. Now, as you guys well know, I am an extremely symmetrical decorator. So that looks very symmetrical, doesn't it? 3 plates in the black, 2 plates, 2 candles, 2 houses, 2 cups, 2 bunnies, and a little something else in the middle. Now, all shelves will not be that symmetrical, but that gives me a great place to start. We'll move down to the next shelf now. And again, I left some items on the shelf that were there in my other decor. You can see 2 sage candlesticks, but you can see that they're in a different place than where I have the 2 on the upper shelf placed. Notice I placed them differently. I don't want, like I would not ever put that right there, right underneath that candle. That would drive me crazy. I need to have some interest as you go from shelf to shelf. So I like to switch things up. It will look symmetrical to my eye, each shelf in and of itself. But then when you get back, there'll be a lot of interest on the shelf, you know? So first thing I want to add in is this little bunny family. And I know I got this from Kirkland's several years ago. And I'm going to put this here. And then this is a little willow tree family that I've had for years. They were all gifts, every one of those. And then I do have a little lantern, but I'm not going to light it up. And I'll tell you why in a little while, but I'm just going to put that right there. I did clean it and it is all like scratched on the front. So that's one reason why I'm not going to light it up and I'm not going to take it back. So there we go. And to me, again, this looks symmetrical to my eye. Even if it is under something like that plate, it's turned differently, it's tilted differently. And but you can see each corner kind of is symmetrical with the candle and the, you know, a little white background, a little bit of greenery in there. And to me, that looks really pretty. Okay, now, next shelf down, you can see, let me pull you down a little. Now you can see I have 2 more milk glass candle holders, but these have blue candles in them. And in the middle, I am going to put this pretty egg. It does light up, and I'm going to put it in the middle. And the reason I don't, other than the plastic is, I mean, I can always remove the plastic, I guess. But I don't want to light this up because that would give me a light here and a light here, but not a light there. And that would make me crazy. And I just promised myself I wasn't going to spend any more money on Easter. So we're just going to have that sit there and it's going to be pretty without being lit. So anyway, so that is going to be lit, that egg there. And then on one side, I'm going to put this welcome to our patch. And you can see on either side, I do have these 2 dishes, the blue and white dishes. They are a set and it came with a third that I put away. The 2 blue and white houses are from the store in Curacao, the High Delph Blah store. And a couple of salt and pepper shakers. You can't see that one over here that are milk glass sitting in the corners. A couple willow tree figurines. I'm going to put that there, this little welcome to the patch. And then on the other side, I'm just going to add, I remember I hauled this little pedestal, and I'm just going to put the little spring Ray Dunn egg on there. And that to me looks symmetrical and pretty. Love it. Now on the bottom shelf, this big milk glass dish is going to go right in the middle here. But before I do, I want to add some of my gold foil eggs. Just going to add them into this little bit of greenery. I had a bunch of blueberries in here, and I did take the blueberries out. So I'm just going to add the eggs in, just to give a touch of color in here. I'm going to put that right back in there like that. And my last two things are, I brought these couple of eggs from Hobby Lobby. So one is going to go over here and one over here. And again, I kind of want them in front of the plates a little bit. Again, I'll get back and check it out. But everything else is the same. The milk glass dishes are the same ones I had. The little willow tree figurines are the same ones I had. I did bring the birds over from the corner cabinet because I didn't use them in there. Okay, you guys, remember at the very beginning of, we're going to go to the dough bowl in just a second here, but I wanted to mention one thing that I'm going to do at the end of this video. Remember at the beginning of this whole series, I took you into the foyer and I showed you all of the stuff I had set out on the table and in bins and all around the table and everything. I'm going to take you in there and show you how much I have left over of all that stuff that I had out there. And you're going to see what all I utilized and what I didn't. I thought that would be interesting for you guys to see. So we'll take you in there after we're done the dough bowl, okay? All right, I'll be right back in a second and we're gonna put together this dough bowl. Yay! Be right back. Okie dokie, you guys, here's my dough bowl and it's sitting up on a Lazy Susan, and Chris made me this Lazy Susan pretty much for this purpose, so that when I create big arrangements like this, I'll have a way to turn them, so I don't have to scratch a table or ruin a tablecloth or something like that. So Chris made the Lazy Susan, and I got this dough bowl at Hobby Lobby years and years ago. You guys have seen this. For those of you who've been with me over and over and over again through the seasons. This is my very favorite centerpiece for this table. I used to put a lantern, centerpiece here with a big funky bow on it and everything. Kind of gotten away from that look. But I really love this dough bowl. And it was a brown weathered look for a while, for a long time. And then I asked Chris to paint it cream. He painted it cream. That lasted through one decor pretty much, and I just didn't like it. So then I said, can you please paint it black? And if you can, I hope you can see at least one of the chairs in the picture, because this black is a shiny black, but it matches to a T the black chairs. The table is black. The top of it is about this color, actually, this brown color, but it is two-toned. So the seats on the chairs are about this color. This Lazy Susan's going to go away, but just to tell you, it's the chairs and the table are two-toned. But this table has big chunky black legs on it, and the shiny black chairs, and this matches it perfectly. And I haven't moved it since I had this painted black. I love it, the way it looks. So all that I have sitting in here right now are two little garlands of boxwood garland. And these are just sitting here just to kind of help me lift my, whatever I poke in here up. And then this is just a plate holder. And this black lantern has a little story to it. It used to be like a pinky red color. It came from Kirkland's, and everybody purchased one of these. A lot of you subscribers of mine saw me use it. I gave a link and y'all purchased it, but the problem was the lanterns came with the glass broken. So Kirkland's was really good about changing exchange, letting people keep the lanterns actually. So a lot of you have more than one of these lanterns. I just have the one. But we painted it black. We painted it black because I didn't want it that pinky red anymore. So I've just kind of centered that lantern in the middle. And this bowl was hard to get things centered. It's bigger up there and not welled out as much as it is on this end, but this end is skinnier. So to get this to look like it's not wider at that end and deeper and skinnier at this end is a challenge, I will say. But we're going to start this decorating out with putting something right in the lantern. And again, I'm going to be using pretty much the rest of what I have of my foil eggs. And I made this little flower arrangement out of just a section of garland. Trust me, you guys, and I tied it shut with a zip tie there, as you can probably see. And if I could give you a link for this stuff, I would, you guys. I absolutely love it. I wish I could find more of it, but unfortunately, I have not been able to find any more of this anywhere, you guys. So I'm just going to stick this down in here, and then I'm going to take a little ramekin that I have here, and I'm going to snug that, whoops, I'm going to snug that down inside there. And you shouldn't be able to see that too much. And then I'm going to stick this cute little bunny. I don't know where I got her. I would say Home Goods, but she lights up. And I'm going to sit her right in here. Nestle her in with these eggs. There we go. Isn't that cute? That's really cute. So next up, you all can probably guess what I'm going to put around. I have several lengths of my eggs here that I am going to just fill in around the outside of this lantern with. And I have enough where I think I can fill it in pretty well. Let's hope, anyway. I have some more if it needs to be filled in anywhere, which it does a little bit. I have some more pieces here. Now, before I go too much further and add more, I have couple of these eggs that I want to just snug in here. See that? On either side. And I do have a few hydrangeas that I might like to snug in here and there. It have to be, there's no really rhyme or reason with where I want these. And I really don't want to hide the eggs, but I do have some greenery that I think would kind of be pretty if we just kind of, you know, filled in a little bit, right? There. And I think I might put one back here, but I don't want a ton. I think I need something in here to set these eggs on. Right back. I got myself a couple of more of those ramekins, and I'm going to very simply glue dot these eggs to these ramekins, and hopefully that will hold them up a little bit more in the decor here. I'm just using glue dots. I'll try to remember to put them in my Amazon shop. I'm very simply just going to put a couple of glue dots on the bottom. Let's see if that will stay put. Look at that. Okay, let me do the other one and then we'll set them down in here. Go. There we go. Now, let me see if I can get them down into this. There we go. Much better. And they won't slip down into the there. Oh, so cute. Look at that. Now I do have, like I said, just a couple of more hydrangeas. Well, I'm not sure I love that there. Oh no, the hydrangeas are pulling my eye, you guys. Maybe if I cut them down a little bit, I'll like it better. I cut one apart and just put a little tuft here and there. That might make my, there we go. That makes my eyes happier. Oh, that's pretty. Just very soft. There we go, y'all. Oh, much better. Much, much better. Here we go. Love it. Alrighty, that's gonna do it. Now I'm gonna need to get Chris in here to help me pick this dough ball up off of this Lazy Susan. So he's gonna come help me do that. And we'll get all this set up. And then I'm gonna run you out and show you what I have left in my coffers and my Easter decor. Then I'll come back for my last words and picture montage, as always. There we go. How pretty is that? All right, I'll be right back in just a second. Okie dokie, everybody. There it is in place. Let me come around here and show you real quick. Oh, it looks so pretty. It really, really, really does. Excuse my light ring, but it just, everything goes together so nicely. I can't wait to bring you the home tour. Oh my goodness. But I'm gonna be right back there to that chair in just a second, but let me walk out of here and show you what I didn't use. Here, this is all I have left of my foil eggs. I will say I have a good bit of greenery left, but a lot of this was brought up from the basement and put in there for me to pick and choose from. So I didn't buy all of that, but I just gathered it from downstairs and out in the garage. And then I'm going to put all that in one place because I think I'm going to keep decorating like this for a while. But anyway, that's all I have left of the foil eggs. And then this is, I didn't use this bow. And this is where I got the pinks. I have a lot of pink florals in here and a few of these pastel-y colored egg garlandy kind of things. And that's all I have left in there. And then this is all I have left. That's it. That's not much compared to what I had sitting on this table, you guys. Not much at all. And who knows if some of this will get put out and set around for the home tour. Who knows? So anyway, I thought y'all might get a kick out of seeing that I did pretty much clean off the whole table. These are boxes of hydrangeas, and then I didn't use those birds. They're hard to use, so I didn't use those birds yet, but I'll figure out a way to use them somewhere, somehow. So, all right, let's go back out here and we'll do a little bit more chitting and chatting before I say goodbye to you for a little while. All right, be right back. Okie dokie, you guys, I am back, and I always say this when I'm done, but I really am super happy with how the hutch turned out and how this dough bowl turned out. That dough bowl gave me a little trouble, but that's okay. You know, that's what creating is all about, right? Is, you know, thinking you might use this, but then ending up cutting it apart and using smaller pieces and that kind of thing. I cannot tell you how much I love these foil eggs, you guys. And I so wish that I could give you links for them, but there's nothing saying that you couldn't take an egg garland, like I kind of just showed you in there, that's pastel-y, and do the, you know, pastel colors and more muted, or more, not with the foil on it, but just, you know, regular greens and blues and pinks and yellows and things like that, egg garlands, and do something like this with them and pull out one of the colors to, you know, to put a couple of more accent pieces in a dough bowl or in a tray centerpiece or something like that. I will say garlands egg garlands around Easter time are one of the most versatile things that I have worked with throughout this decor. So I encourage you that if you see at the end of the Easter season, if you see something go on sale that you think you might use, grab it up, because you'll probably be able to do something with it. But anyway, I have so enjoyed bringing you along for my Easter decor series. In fact, I've really enjoyed, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, really enjoyed having you all with me here from January 2nd through whenever my home tour goes up, you guys. My home tour will be set to music. 98% of you prefer it that way, so that is the way that I will continue to present my my home tours, and my apologies to those few of you who would rather me talk through them, but I actually prefer to do them just to music. I think that it sets a nice tone when I pick soft music and sometimes quippy music, but you know, a variety of music throughout. And I will go through every detail and show you every detail of the Easter, plugging in Easter. For the first time, I think I was so successful. Maybe I'll take a picture of that shelf and put it here. I really did. There were a couple of large candlesticks that I needed to put over on the other side of the, you know, the shelving in the garage, but I really didn't fill up more than that one shelf. Now it's full. I'll tell you that. That shelf is full of things that I picked out of this decor to put out in the garage in order to accommodate the Easter. So I just didn't pile Easter on. I really did pick and choose spots and remove certain things, like I did these two plates. That's a good example. And then put the eggs there, you know. So I really was successful. And boy, I did challenge myself. It was a challenge to do that throughout this entire design. But again, I feel like I've made a design that is cohesive throughout the entire house. And so with all of that said, be looking for my home tour next. I don't know whether it'll be in 2 or 3 days or whether it will be in a week, but I will definitely get you the home tour, and it will be a good one. Okay, I'm going to close this one out now, and I'm going to say goodbye to you for about a month or so, you know. And I know you guys are going to give me grace, except for my home tour. You won't see me in the home tour, but you'll see the house. And you'll know that I put it all together and that it was made with love, you guys. I can't wait to show you everything pulled all together into one cohesive design. I think thank goodness, you know, that I was able to pull this off. It was a challenge, but one I succeeded at, I think. But anyway, thank you guys so much for giving me grace to take this little bit of a sabbatical. And I hope that you guys have a great month or so here. And go back and look at some of my old videos if you would like to. They'd probably be fun, a little comical in some places, I'm sure. I'm sure you could see me a lot heavier than I am now. And maybe a little lighter, probably not too much lighter, but definitely heavier. than I am now. And the dogs are in some of those early ones and the newfies, you know, and they're fun to watch, some of them. Some of them I cringe at because it's like, I'm haughty and I'm much more comfortable now in front of the camera, you know, than I was back then when I first started my channel. But if you want a little entertainment one day and you're out of my current videos, take a trip down memory lane. Leave me comments though if you do, because I'd like to hear that you did watch them. So I'll be watching my comments. I will be you know, responding to those that have a question. So don't worry about that. But I will bid you adieu for about a month, you guys, and thank you guys again for giving me grace. For those of you who might be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness, chronic pain, or have suffered a great loss, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all of that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.